Evergreen Pender is suing Jerome Wilkinson for her asue drawing in the amount of $4,500. Jerome Wilkinson claims the funds given to him by Evergreen Pender were simply a donation and not for the asue. This is a case of Run Me My Money.
This is case action number 2023, JC Court Division 0108, Pinder versus Wilkinson. Right on your Bible, please. Repeat after me. I swear by the Almighty God
I swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence
that the evidence
which I should give
which I should give
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right, return to your places. All right. Honorable Judge Carol Munnins presiding. Your Honor, the parties have already been sworn in.
Excellent, thank you.
You may have a seat.
All right, good morning. I have Evergreen Pinder. Who's that?
Right here.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
So then you are Jerome Wilkinson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Ms. Pinder, I understand you have a claim for some money from an asue that you were in with Mr. Wilkinson?
Yes. Yes, Judge.
Okay, could you let me know about that, please?
No problem. So it's a very simple situation. I joined an asue that was led by Mr. Wilkinson.
Yes.
And it was $500 a month. It was for 10 months. And so at the end of it, I would have received $5,000. However, I did not receive any of my money, even though I paid every month.
I see. How do you know Mr. Wilkinson?
He is my cousin's boyfriend.
Okay, and how did you come to get in an asue with him?
So I had a birthday party. My birthday's on November 1st.
Okay.
And I invited my cousin, and she brought along Mr. Wilkinson. And at the party, they mentioned it. They brought it up at the party that they were looking for another person to fill in for the last slot.
I see.
And so I just wanted to help my cousin out, and so I agreed to do it. I will admit that I'm very novice to asues. This was my first one.
Well,
that
I'm not
I've-
interested in if you're novice or not. I
Okay.
want to know how you got into the asue. So because your cousin was in a relationship with him and they mentioned to you that they needed another person, you decided to join.
To join, yes.
Okay, all right. And so how long ago did this happen? How long? Well, what I mean is, how long were you in the asue for?
For the full 10 months. So my draw.
I see, for the full 10 months. Okay, all right. And do you have any receipts from Mr. Wilkinson where you paid him the money?
Unfortunately, I don't have any receipts.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. You don't have receipts. I see. Okay, well, anyway, let me hear what Mr. Wilkinson has to say. Maybe he admits that he owes you the money.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. So, as she alluded to, we came to the party, but before we came to the party, my girlfriend and I, we was discussing how we could raise some funds to come up with a down payment for a home. And we discussed an asue, and we decided to do a 10-month asue. That should give us enough funds to have the down payment. And we had 9.
So how much were you hoping to get out of the asue?
We hoping to get, but she is in it too, so between the two of us, we're gonna have $10,000.
I see. Yes, okay. So you decided, you had this plan that you wanted to get a down payment, and you were going to do an asue so that you could get, between the two of you, the $10,000.
Right, so
What's your girlfriend's name?
my girlfriend's name is Emerald.
I see. Okay.
And so we were discussing it on the way to the party. We already had 9 persons already. And she said she may have someone else in mind.
I see. Okay. But it hadn't started yet, I take it.
No, it hadn't started as yet.
Okay. All right.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Carol.
At her birthday party,
At her birthday party.
she said that she wanted to donate to your cause.
Right.
Okay. All right. No, I don't want to go back to you yet because this is a very interesting story. I want to hear everything
Okay.
before I come back to you.
Justice with Judge Carroll is brought to you by BTC. Win over $100,000 in prizes when you sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. This Christmas is on us.
Congratulations to the happy couple. Divorce is fault-based, so meaning that either the husband or the wife has to be at fault.
I am simply saying
Yes.
a divorce actually takes your dollar and cuts it down to 50 cents.
Not all the time.
I'm just saying, on a dissolution of the marriage, the parties are obviously going to go their separate ways. The question is, who is going to move out of the house and who will remain in the house? So there are several options available.
Should he be made to still maintain that child who's been in the marriage? Or that
Absolutely
child
and unequivocally.
Really, Alan?
I give advice and I tell people, I want you to know at the beginning, it is a traumatic event.
Justice with Judge Carroll, brought to you by Shop Smart. Shop early, shop often, shop smart. Jerome Wilkinson claims the funds given to him by Evergreen Printer were simply a donation and not for the Assue.
And so we arrived to the party, usual backyard party, drinks flowing, music playing.
It was a
and
good party?
It was an excellent party.
Okay.
Excellent party. Those types of party when you have
Good
to
to
take,
know.
you have
Thank
to
you.
take 2 or 3 shots before you enter, and before you get a drink, you take a shot. Before
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
I see.
At our
Okay.
party.
Those are not the kinds of parties I normally go to, but it's good to know.
Right. So we came into the party, and my girlfriend introduced me to her. Hi, this is my cousin, type of thing.
Right?
And we started to talk about her, about how she talked about how we were going to get a house and the plans we have for an Assue. And she said, I like you guys so much. I like my cousin so much. I want to become a part of your Assue. However, I'm just going to do it as a donation to help you get your house. And so I was like, you sure this is what you want to do? She was like, yes, this is what I want to do.
At her birthday party,
At her birthday party.
she said that she wanted to donate to your cause.
Right.
Okay, all right. No, I don't want to go back to you yet because this is a very interesting story. I want to hear everything
Okay.
before I come back to you. Yes. Okay, so Miss Evergreen Pinder throws a birthday party. It's a wonderful backyard party. You guys, you and your girlfriend Emerald are at the party. You go there with the intention of specifically asking Evergreen, or you just wanted to ask somebody?
I didn't know her like that, so it's just
Oh,
like,
I see.
It's
I
just
see.
Emerald
Okay.
introducing me to a cousin.
Right, right.
So I didn't go there looking for her. Looking for a nice person.
Okay.
It's just
Anyway, so let's get to the money part now. So we know how you met her, introduced by your girlfriend. So how much money did Miss Pinder end up giving you?
she ended up donating for the full 9 months, which was her portion was $500 per month for the duration of the Assue, and so she kept donating.
I see. Did you give her any receipts for this donation that she was giving you?
I didn't give her any receipts because it was a donation, and I thought it was a mutual agreement. However, I kept receipts for the other participants that were in the Assue.
I see, but I don't have the other participants here, so I'm not interested in what receipts you might have given to them.
Well,
Okay. Well, this is a very interesting story. I have, I do know about Assues in the Bahamas. I've never heard of them referred to as being a charitable donation. But let me hear what Ms. Pinder has to say about this.
Yes, so I only knew about them building a house in December. So the Assue is from January to October. It was supposed to end in October with me getting my draw.
Right.
So I can have the money for my birthday party again in November because the draw's on the 28th of every month.
I see.
And they were aware of.
And you're a partying kind of girl. You like to have your party on your birthday every year.
I do. I like to celebrate life. And so
Okay.
they were
All right.
invited. I have invitations for them, and I kept it in kind of a gambling, game night, lottery theme because they knew that I was getting the money to pay for everything through the Assue. Like, it was known. And so, like, I have invitations for them. I have, like, an RSVP list for them.
These are invitations for the birthday in the following year?
Yes. So once I started the Assue and I realized that this was a way that I could save towards it, then I started planning just a bigger event.
I see.
Yes.
Hold on. I mean, we keep coming back to this birthday party scenario. I'm hearing everything about what happened the first birthday party. I'm hearing about the planning for the next birthday party, but I'm not really hearing anything about this money and the changing of hands.
Okay.
So, and Mr. Wilkinson has already said he didn't give you any receipts, but he says that you gave him the money as a donation.
Was not a donation. So I gave the money mainly through Emerald, even though it was his Assue that I was aware of. Because Emerald was my cousin, it was just easier for me to meet up with her and pay. I did ask if I could wire some of the payments. And like I said, I only found out about the house in December, right before it started.
So these were all cash payments?
All cash payments.
Okay. But you didn't actually give the money to Mr. Wilkinson?
He was at the house twice when I came by to give Emerald the money. So he was aware that I was still involved, and he even admitted that I was giving monthly. So he was aware that I was paying monthly, not for a donation, because she's my cousin. But
so when did he get? What about the invitations now? So let's go back to that part about it.
Yes. So his claim is that I gave money for a donation for their house,
yes.
But I already expressed to them that once I get my payment, that the event this November was going to be even bigger and better. Like, I already had deposits for certain things that I unfortunately lost because I didn't get my draw in time, and so they were aware of my event that would go on because I got my Assue draw, I got my hand.
Okay, well, Ms. Pinder, you know,
My
believing the two of you doesn't amount to a successful outcome in your case. And here's the reason why.
He said that I was sleeping with his ex-wife at the time, but I didn't sleep with her.
Love the show and want to sit in on the action? Call 242-445-4955 or email info@judgecarroll.net.
Dwayne is on the TV, so turn the TV on.
Join us for the most electrifying late-night show in town. The brightest and most talented Bahamians will keep you glued to your TV screens.
You better talk to your executive director. You see Rico over there giving you the evil eye right now.
Well, I say Shepherd Morn. Good to be here with you, my boy. Good to see you, man. I'm excited for you.
Pour yourself a glass of bubbly because the fun has just begun.
Justice with Judge Carroll is brought to you by GoGo Florida. Lowest prices on car rentals anywhere in the world. Evergreen Pinder is suing Jerome Wilkinson for her Assue drawing in the amount of $4,500.
This is one of the most exciting stories I've heard in a while, I have to tell you. I mean, you know, we're talking about a birthday party and birthday celebration on the one hand, on your side, and then you've got this big plan, you know, big plans for a down payment for building your home. And you know, I can say that I believe both of you, but my believing the two of you doesn't amount to a successful outcome in your case. And here's the reason why. So it's very important, it's a critical aspect of the law that when someone makes an admission, right, then you don't have to have necessarily the paper evidence to back you up. Or in your case, if I were to ask your cousin Emerald to come and say, can she confirm that the payments were made? Okay? But at the same time, you know, for your part, I really, you know, it's kind of an outlandish story for you to say that she was making a donation to your cause. not for someone, I mean, not for someone that she's just met, and even the environment and the scenario where the arrangement was made for the asue, for her to say, well, I am going to donate for your cause, and then, of course, to make the monthly payments as if it were a regular asue. So she's making a quote-unquote donation, but she's paying monthly for the basis of it being an asue. And so for those reasons, Mr. Wilkinson, right, I cannot accept your story that it was a donation. As I say, fortunately for you, even though you don't have the receipts, because he has admitted that he received the money from you, in this instance, I am able to make an order for judgment for the plaintiff in the sum of $4,500. And that's the order of the court. Thank you.
I feel as if the verdict was fair because at the end of the day, who gives a donation? Who gives a donation for somebody else to build a house?
Really didn't like the verdict. Judge didn't give me an opportunity to explain my case.
Why would I give a donation?
She wanted to help us get our house. We're going to be a new couple, new married couple.
Emerald and Jerome are always traveling. They just come back from vacation. Like you could see from his shirt that he's traveled.
I'd say get recordings. Don't take person's word.
And I'm just happy that the judge saw the truth in the middle of the lies, and I'm happy to get my money because I have a birthday coming up again.
This is case action number JC Court Division 0361, McDonald versus McDonald. Good morning, sir. Would you like to take a affirm or swear on the Bible?
Huh? Pardon?
Would you like to affirm or swear on the Bible?
Affirm?
Yes, sir. Stand right here for me, please, sir. One hand. Raise the Bible up. Repeat after me. I swear by the Almighty God.
I swear by the Almighty God
That the evidence.
that the evidence
Which I should give.
that I should give
Shall be the truth.
shall be the truth,
The whole truth.
the whole truth,
And nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, sir. Take
sir.
your place. Take your place. All rise. Honorable Judge Carol Munnins, presiding.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Have a seat, please.
Parties are already being sworn in.
Right. Let me see. Which matter is this, please, Mr. Mackey?
This is a matter of McDonald versus McDonald. Christopher McDonald versus Charles McDonald.
I see. And your name, sir?
Christopher McDonald.
You're Christopher McDonald.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're the plaintiff.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you have a property matter that you brought to court this morning?
Yes, Your Worship. What happened is, my old man, he died last year. And this year,
Old man, what's his name? The old man?
it's Charles Sr.
Charles McDonald Sr.?
Charles McDonald Sr.
Right.
They from down North Carolina.
What was his date of death, please?
His
Sorry,
date of
death.
His date of death? May 30th, 2022.
Yes, sir. All right, continue.
Right. And so he didn't leave no will, but what our attorney did say was he had like a deed of assent kind of thing. And it was in me and my brother name. And so we had a little altercation at one grill out where we was having for our father and a voice really dead, really and truly. And so right now, I want to bond him over the piece, but he ain't here. And so that's why I come, because we just need this sorted out. I need him to stay with my house, and I need the house to be officially mine, only mine.
Yes, and so your father is Charles McDonald Sr., and your full name is?
Christopher Markey McDonald.
Okay, so you're Christopher
Markey McDonald.
Mackey, and your brother's name, the one who isn't here?
Charles McDonald Jr.
Who's older, you or the brother?
I'm the eldest.
Okay, but you're not junior, the brother's junior.
Right, the brother's junior.
I see.
Yeah.
So
really
he's
want-
Charles Jr., that's the brother.
Right.
Okay, but he didn't want to come with you this morning?
Well, he couldn't come. Well, I mean, he should have been here. I know what happened. Well, I know why they didn't let him out like with me.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
He was at the hospital, and that's why I little bandage up now.
You all had an altercation?
I mean, it was a fight.
I don't understand why a fight is funny. Why were you fighting?
Well, I had to, just to plain aside, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
You're changing sides now?
Yeah, I was defending myself, so I come on the defending side.
Yeah, but if you're making the claim, in this court, you're still the plaintiff, even though you were defending yourself.
Oh.
And if you were defending yourself because you were in a fight, you said? You
Right.
said fight, right?
Yes.
I want to use the same word you used.
Yeah, we was fighting.
So when the criminal case comes up because of the fight, and you were defending yourself, then that means that that is your defense. But we are not in criminal court, so you could go back over there. Go over there. Right. And you don't need to be walking up and down in my court, okay? You just stay there. If I need you to move, or Mr. Mackey needs you to move, we will let you know. So let's stay one place.
Yes, Your Majesty.
And now explain to me about the property. You said something about a deed of assent.
Right.
And
So-
you just want the house to be yours.
This is the documentation my attorney to give me.
Let me see the documents, please.
This is the deed of assent.
Right.
It and me and my brother name.
And this is the same Charles Jr.
Right.
Who gave, so you got the documents from your lawyer?
Yeah, because there wasn't no will, but my daddy must either leave that or something like that.
Okay.
That's the only thing he gave me.
Why were you fighting? You giving me, listen,
What
Mr.
happened?
McDonald.
Yes, ma'am. I mean,
You're giving me a lot of information, a lot of facts, but I need to know the story about why it is, listen to me now,
right.
why it is that you say you ought to get this property, okay? So just tell me in your own words why it is I should make an order for you to get this property.
Well, as the oldest brother, I mean, it's rightfully mine, right? But what happened is, as I say, at the grill out, we had for our father anniversary that he attacked me for no, well, it was a reason, but it wasn't really true. He said that I was sleeping with his ex-wife at the time, but I didn't sleep with her.
When was the grill out?
That's what he approached me for.
When was the grill out?
The grill out was June on Father's Day, June 16th.
What did the lawyer tell you and your brother in relation to this property?
Well, I know what I heard. He said the property belonged to me.
No,
But
did the lawyer,
he also said my brother have half of it too.
In my court, you listen to me, I ask the question, and then you answer, okay? Do you understand, sir?
Yes, Your
Yeah,
Majesty.
so don't talk over me, please.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Carroll.
Fortunately for you, in terms of, when you were born,
Right.
because we have an Inheritance Act in the Bahamas, you are still able to inherit from your father as an eldest.
Justice with Judge Carroll is brought to you by BTC. Win over $100,000 in prizes when you sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. This Christmas is on us.
Health officials announced early on that the curve of the property.
And cue.
At a fire high erupted at the
Justice with Judge Carroll, brought to you by Shop Smart. Shop early, shop often, shop smart.
Now, because I am trying to get an understanding. Remember I said a moment ago, I'm getting a lot of facts, but I'm getting a lot of information, but I need to know the facts. So we have established that you and your brother had a fight.
Yes.
Father's Day. Because at the grill out.
Right.
Because he made well, let me not say allegation. He accused you of sleeping with his ex.
Right.
Good. Okay, you see how clear that information is for the court?
Very much so.
Right. Now, let's see if we could get it clear like that.
Right.
With the property. Because we're not in court today for the fight.
Ah, that makes sense.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
so glad. I am so glad I'm making sense today up in here. Good.
Yeah.
So we're not in court today for the fight. We are in court today because you say you have some papers and you got a deed of assent from the lawyer,
Yes.
and you want to just get this property in your name.
Right.
Because you're the eldest.
Exactly.
Okay. Any birth certificate in these papers that you gave me?
I didn't think that would have been necessary because I know my voice.
Well, I don't know, because the other brother's named Junior.
Well,
so you're telling me,
right.
They
had me before they get married, and I guess they wanted to bless their marriage with him after me, kind of thing, and call him Junior because he was born in the marriage. But him and my daddy and my mother, they had me before they get married.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fortunately for you, in terms of, you know, when you were born,
right.
Because we have an Inheritance Act in the Bahamas, you are still able to inherit from your father as an eldest.
Yes.
Okay? Because we no longer have that distinction between out of wedlock or in wedlock or whatever. Illegitimate and legitimate.
No, I legit. That's my mother and my daddy.
Sir, I am explaining to you, since you say you are the eldest,
right.
But the reason you do not carry the title, quote unquote, junior, is because you were born before your parents got married.
Yes.
Good. So that's another fact now we've been able to establish.
Okay.
Okay, good. Where is this property that you are trying to, that you are asking the court to make an order that you can have it?
This property is right on New Bight. It's in New Bight, Cat Island, Regatta site.
Oh, I thought he didn't say Androsay. Sorry.
No, ma'am.
Okay, that might be my mistake. Okay, New
There's
Bight,
some other McDonald's from Andros, but I know that.
Cat Island.
Cat Island, New Bight.
Right, it's beautiful down there.
Not naturally. Yes, ma'am.
I love Cat Island. I've been to Cat Island on a little holiday. Beautiful waters.
Yeah.
People talk about Exuma, but they don't talk about Cat Island when it comes to the water, but it's beautiful there.
Very much so. Nice
All
flower
right.
cake.
So the property is in New Bight. What is on it?
It's a house.
House, okay.
It's a two-bedroom, two-bath house.
You live in it?
I live in it, and my brother live in it. He have half. He live on one half. I live on the next half.
I see.
We split
And your
down by
position, is that because you are the eldest, the house should come to you.
Especially after he tried to fight me for no reason.
Okay. I'm looking at this.
Sorry, Judge, if you beg your pardon.
Oh.
On the deed of assent, right? It has his name and my name, but my name comes first on the so it belongs to me first because my name first.
You know,
even though they.
Mr.
Christopher.
Mr. McDonald.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not going to do very well in this court if you keep cutting me off. Because you know what will then happen?
Yes, ma'am.
When I make my order, I will cut you off.
Oh, no.
And then that'll be the end of the case.
I apologize.
Would you like me to cut you off from the property?
Oh, I thought you was being cut me off in conversation. That's why I had to stop talking.
So, would you like me to cut you off from the property?
No, ma'am.
Right. So don't cut me off in the conversation. Good. You were going to the deed of assent. That's a good thing because that's where I was going to go to talk about this deed of assent. I don't know what that is, how you could have a deed of assent. I think what your lawyer was saying was that you need a deed of assent, but I don't see anything here talking about a deed of assent. What needs to happen is that you can instruct the lawyer to make the application for probate. And then when you get the probate, then after that you will get a deed of assent. I don't see anything here saying a deed of assent. But I can tell you, based upon the law of the Bahamas, that the two of you, if your father died without a will,
Right.
the two of you will inherit equally. Not the law where because you're the eldest child, remember I told you how the law changed, not because you're the eldest child, you get it automatically. So just how the two of you are living in the house together, you will have to continue living in the house together, and if you have a complaint against your brother for the fight, then you can make that complaint to the police and they will hear that case. But in this court, the order of the court is that the two of you inherit the property jointly. And that is my decision.
All right. This matter is adjourned. Sir.